they have the ability to hear from God, but only they have the ability. So whatever you may say, it doesn't really matter because you're not really hearing from God because you're in the flesh. And they'll say things like, there's only perfection in the spirit, not in the flesh. And right now you're not in the spirit, but you're in the flesh. You see, God will show you a vision or even a dream concerning the church. And that even might be confirmation for the pastor. But the moment you want to disconnect, they say things like, you never heard from God. No, that's from your flesh. No, that's witchcraft. No, that's not from God. You see, one time I was disconnecting from a certain ministry, and I remember the pastor simply saying, "You're not hearing from God." They would say, "You're not hearing from God. I'm very concerned about you." And I said, but there was times where I've given you vision, or there was times where I shared visions with you that I had about the church, and you said it was confirmation. There was times where I shared dreams with you about certain members and certain things that was happening in the church, and it would happen. And they begin to say, well, you were first walking in the perfect will, but now that you left, now you're walking in your flesh. And so I remember correcting, I said, no, I know I'm hearing from God, and God didn't just leave me. And they'll say things like, God was using you before, but now that you want to disconnect, God's not using you anymore.